Hey folks, welcome. If you can hear and see us, leave us a comment down below. Let us know. Marcy's gathering up some stuff and coming over here. I think she's making her some hot tea, so we'll see who all joins. So we'll get started here just in a little bit, just letting some other people join real quick. But hopefully you guys have had a great week. I know for us it's been busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Trying to learn the new normal and go from there. So hopefully people start joining in here pretty quick. We will see here.
Everybody's like us, they're busy.
Busy bit, I know. Busy on a Friday night.
Yeah, for sure. Ah, here we go. Couldn't find it.
There you go. You found it. You
I
got it.
found it. I'm good. It's cold here.
It's very chilly.
That's why we're inside, not out in our goat pen today.
I know. So for those that seen us in the last couple weeks, we've been down in the goat pen with the goats, but unfortunately, it's chilly here.
Yeah.
Like almost freezing. Not quite freezing, but it feels like with the wind chill. So
35 degrees, so it's pretty darn close.
yeah. So we decided to have it inside and let those guys just snuggle up with Mama like they've been doing for most of the day, and
Yeah, for sure.
and just let them have some time out there. So
Yeah. So there you go. I hope you guys are all having better weather where you're at. It's
yeah, for sure.
It's supposed to clear up though.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get nice, and then it's going to be in the 80s and.
Yeah, it's just one of those yo-yos that we have here in Oklahoma. So
I'm sure that we're not unique in that way.
no.
There's probably several other places with climate similar to that where you just can't ever keep up with what you got. Too hot, too cold, whatever.
Yeah, but it's kind of a bummer that thinking that now we decided not to go anyways because of the baby goats. But tonight would have been our dinner at the shindig, meeting all those and all those other people, all those other channels. So it's kind of a bummer, but it's just one of those things.
It wasn't going to work out for us anyways because of the new baby goats and not really being in a position to make other people responsible for those baby goats. So in the end, it probably worked out for the best, but it's disappointing. Next year. When
Or later on in the year they have it.
Hopefully, when all of this craziness kind of
Subsides and goes away.
Yeah, God willing, it'll happen. So we'll see. And we were also supposed to be speaking at a seed and books swap this weekend, Sunday.
Yep.
Of course, that got canceled, as most things are being canceled now. So, yeah. Anyways, it's too bad. Brian's Lois Hills Homestead. I hope I'm saying that right. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
We got our people are slow to log in this evening.
That's hey, I get it.
Yeah.
If they're like us, the internet's been challenging.
barely making it today too. We're just like sliding into it. It's been hectic, yeah. So what you got going on at your place, Brian? You guys busy? Where are you located? I'm not sure I recognize the homestead name. Do you?
No.
Yeah, where are you guys at? We're in central Oklahoma. We're having some nasty weather right now, but hopefully clearing up and becoming a lot nicer as we get into the week. We're counting on it. We think that we are done with our freezes and frosts. Technically, we still have another couple weeks before it's usually technically all done, but it doesn't look like we're going to have it. We're going to be done.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that because that means gardening season can begin in full force. And we've got a bunch of seedlings getting super leggy over there, so we're eager to get them planted and into the ground.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, some of them need to go. So hopefully this weekend
we get the raised beds built.
Yeah, we can kind of put them outside, get them a little hardened off this weekend, and then hopefully by the middle of next week or so.
It's supposed to be it's in the 80s next week.
Yeah, and hopefully by maybe next weekend we get them planted. So.
Well, thanks for joining us, Brian, from Iowa.
From Iowa, all right.
Yep.
Which part of Iowa?
And yes, normally we have a few more folks here. They're slow to roll in today, I think. Like I said, they're like us. They're having a hard time getting rolling.
Hey, bandana grandma.
Hey, bandana grandma, I like that.
Like the name for
I
sure.
like that name.
Welcome, welcome. Here's Cooper Family Homestead.
Hello, and Amy. Hey, sis.
Hey,
How's it
girl.
going? Welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're all here.
How's the eggs?
Have you been able to cook anything with those yet, Aim? I bet you have. I bet you have. We sent a half a dozen with Sarah too, when she was out here.
Yummy. Yeah, there you go.
Or when we borrowed the truck, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to build. So we've got, if you follow our channel, or you've seen some of our videos from gardening season last year, we've got 4 really big raised garden beds, galvanized metal with wood, red stained wood, and they're big. They're about
They're like 8 by
foot
3.
long by 3 foot wide, yeah, and tall.
Yeah, about 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, tall. So we had so much fun with it last year that we're building 2 more to go into the vegetable garden section.
Yep.
And we're building 2, basically we're going to break the 2 long ones, one long one into 2, so we're making 4 smaller sized ones to be specifically just for herb type growing.
Yep.
So that is our project for the weekend, is to build those raised beds. Hey Oak Knob, hey P. Wells.
Hey guys.
Pick up pup, yes. Oh, did you like the garden center video? That garden center is amazing. If you haven't seen the video we put out, was it today?
Yes.
We just released it today. But we went and visited the Prairie Wind Nursery. It's in Norman here. And they've got a really neat setup. That guy out there knows his business. They specialize in culinary herbs,
And then
shrubs that are local, and prairie grass and stuff.
yeah, so it's more like landscaping stuff. I mean, actually their herbs and stuff is probably their smallest amount of what they do.
They have perennials too.
Yeah, perennials, but for the most part, they don't get much into like the peppers and tomatoes and those kind of things. They said they have a
little
few,
bit of that.
but mostly in the herbs and the local like landscaping kind of deal.
Dancing critters, hello.
But that guy is super knowledgeable. I mean, we had kind of talked and walked through the place with him a little bit prior to recording, and then we kind of, you guys saw in the video. If you haven't, go check it out. But that guy
after
is
the live stream. So go ahead.
After the live stream, super knowledgeable
and really nice guy.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, we learned a lot from him. It's our Oak Knob Farm friends. Look, I got the trivet. We love it. I'm using it.
No, they can
Right
barely
now.
see that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't you hold it up?
Hold on.
Hold it up.
Let me properly show it. Here we go. Look how cute this is. Isn't that cute?
It's a little chicken.
It's a little chicken trivet. Oh, it's so
Very
nice.
cute.
Thank you for that, and for the canned goods, I guess, jarred goods.
Yes, we're gonna use some of that this weekend.
Can't wait to try those out. Yes, Monique was the maker.
Yay, good job.
She did a fantastic job. And look, it's our good friend Kyle Hamburger. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. So how much did we take home? Actually, we didn't take anything home yet because they were actually closed, and we didn't want them to
have to open
it back up and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, but I will be back. Their herbs look so good. I don't know that I've ever seen any that look so healthy and bright.
Yeah, they were really good. And actually, we can go back this weekend and get a discount because we have a ticket to that. Because we were supposed to talk there on Sunday for a conference. And
Seed and book swap.
Yep, and wasn't going to happen. But if you have a ticket, you can go there and get a discount and those kind of things. So
we'll be enjoying our discount here.
Yeah, for sure. So
not only is the nursery really great, but their property is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it just overlooks this prairie kind of land and kind of hills up. It's gorgeous.
Ponds with horses and stuff out there. Yeah. It's really beautiful.
Just fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely love it. Let's see. Brian's western border, south of Sioux City.
Okay. I've been to Sioux City.
Yeah, did you used to have office out there?
Yep.
Yeah, in his previous job. Yep.
Yeah, so drove down from, what's that, I can't think of the city in South Dakota down there.
Sioux Falls?
Yeah, Sioux Falls. So drove down to Sioux Falls, and then we drove down and went through Nebraska, then over to Iowa. And
yeah. Kyle, it's too cold to be out with the kids today.
Yeah.
We have live streamed from the goat pens the last 2 weeks. We did last week and we did the week before that. But it's so cold out there. They're all just kind of huddled up by their mama. They're not doing too much. They're just trying to stay warm.
Earlier in the week, it was a little warmer. Those guys got out and they were just zooming around.
And it's supposed to warm up after today, so I think they'll be up and running around again. But yeah, we're not out in the pit. We're not out there today, Kyle. We're inside. It's an inside live stream today. But don't worry, never you fear. There'll be plenty more pictures and videos coming of those
Yeah,
baby goats.
make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram pages because there's tons. I mean, that's just a quick upload for us and not a lot of editing and just
short
it's a lot
videos
quicker.
or pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, oh my gosh, they're so awesome.
And we still have one goat that needs to be kitted out.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Gosh, I think she's gonna be around Easter.
I'm thinking next weekend.
That's Easter.
Oh, is it next weekend's Easter?
This weekend that we're coming into is Palm Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Next weekend is Easter.
Yeah, so I think we're about right. Easter.
I was out of my shirt sleeves today cleaning up my bed. Yeah, and Maryland, huh? Okay, well.
I'm jealous. Because today's
Supposed
free
to
to
be
go.
that way after the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think Tuesday's was getting like 85. I mean,
Yeah.
we have had such weird weather. Like last week, we had almost 95, almost 100-degree temperatures here in Oklahoma. Today, it's 35. But I think today is the coldest it's going to get for the rest of this part of the season, and up until the fall.
Probably so.
That is my prediction. Weatherman Lance.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks.
So that's about as much as that opinion's worth.
Yeah,
How much
we're
it
getting what
costs
you
you.
paid for.
Yep, get what you're paying for.
Tonight I have green tea with my own spearmint. That's what I'm drinking.
There you go.
Cool. Hey, Thomas Farmoki. Greetings.
Hey, Thomas.
Greetings. Yeah, I know, Kyle. I agree. They are cuter. They're the cutest.
Oh, they are. And they're so cuddly.
Our own children are regularly very dismayed by how much we do love the goats.
And I tell you, they all want to. You know what's weird is no matter how skittish they are, because some of them are more skittish than the others. But once you have them in your arms, they just settle down and just want to just stay there and just cuddle.
There's only one that's skittish. The rest of them are just mauling us pretty much. If you sit down in their space, they're on you.
Yeah.
They're at the perfect age for goat yoga if one was to do something that crazy. But they don't have soft little feet.
No, they don't.
No, they're hard little hooves.
They're hard little hooves
Not only that, but those guys are biters.
They are. They're little biters.
I mean, it doesn't really hurt, but they're definitely going to take a
They're
nip
definitely
at you.
nibblers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people that whole goat yoga thing don't quite get it. I know we were going to do a goat yoga video with my sister-in-law coming into town. She was going to run. Yeah, she was going to come in from California. She was going to run a marathon, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
And then come in. But of course, with everything that's going on, all that stuff was canceled. So
Yeah. So
she's not coming in now.
Which is disappointing, but it's kind of a sign of the times, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. So Kyle, mint grows like a weed out here. You can't almost control it. We have not. I mean, it's
Once you plant it, it takes over the space that it's in. You typically want to make sure you plant your mints, your various kinds of mints, in their own container or in their own space because it like becomes ground cover almost.
yeah, and
It just
and
creeps
kind
out in every direction.
and it does best in a kind of a shady area. Even though we've had ours in a very sunny area and it's done fine,
It's
but
done fine, but it's easy to grow.
Yeah.
It's easy to grow. Oh yeah, we use it like the fresh herbs in the summer when they're growing, and then at the end, we're harvesting them throughout the year, and we just bundle them together and hang them up on it. We've got a video on this, Kyle, so go check it out. We bundle them up and we tie them up on a drying rack, and we dry them up and we just throw them into a jar and save them.
Yeah.
And then we can use them for dried herbs in a tea thing like this, or even just a little one that you can do individual serving. It's easy, super easy. Homesteading gatherings, not too many here in Oklahoma. I think we and the couple that we've had have been canceled, of course, for this year. But
yeah. So typically there's a Mother Earth down in I think Dallas or it's up in Kansas. I think this last year was in Kansas. We went to the Daniel Arms, Keeping It Dutch, Garden with Leon meetup last year. We were scheduled to go to the Keeping It Dutch one this year. Of course, that got canceled. We had planned on going to the Shindig over in Arkansas. That was canceled. Last fall, we did go to one up in Missouri. That was the Homesteader Expo.
I
I don't know. It was one in Missouri.
It was really cool. We got we saw Living Traditions was there.
Yep, and then we saw some even people that were from here went up there.
OMG was there.
Yep, OMG was there.
OMG was there.
And then our friends from Wallace Homestead was there, and then Bad Baxter Farm was there.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are some that are local. Of course, there's that the gathering down in Mississippi, which isn't too far away. I mean, it's probably 10 hours. the Broussards has one down in Louisiana, which is probably about a 8 to 10 hour drive.
I really haven't checked out what they might have in Texas, but I'm guessing they probably have quite a few.
Yeah, I think there are some in Texas, but usually they're in the middle or other areas. But
hey, look, it's Pam McGeehee.
Hey, Pam.
You're trying to figure out what you're doing here? You're watching a live stream. You're making comments. That's what you're doing. You got this, girl.
yeah, you got it, Pam.
You got this,
But
girl.
so I mean, we have thought about trying to go to the Homesteaders of America. It just doesn't seem to really work out their schedules for whatever reason. But maybe this year may be a huge one, because by that point everybody hopefully will be able to travel. But we'll see what happens with that. So.
Hey, Green Dream. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Oaknob, for posting those. There you
Yeah,
go.
thank you, Oaknob.
Drying herbs, freezing herbs.
Yep,
Good
awesome,
stuff.
Ed. Appreciate
Good
that.
stuff. Check it out. Looks like you got a lot in your area. Let's see. Last year, Bandana Grandma went to Homesteaders of America. Yeah, we'd love to go see that one. Yeah, so it was the Homer and Pratt family and Hootenanny. Hootenanny. I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, these gatherings are starting to become more and more. You can find them everywhere now. It's really pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is really awesome. And the main thing is, you can get a social, you get to network, because sometimes you see all these people on videos or whatever, and then you get to really meet them and become friends and actually, build that relationship even stronger. So
yeah, we enjoyed very much meeting the OMG people, Ozark Mountain Goat people at the one we went to in Missouri. That was really, really cool. Yeah, love that. Let's see. Do you all package any extra herbs and mail them out? Chris said, no, but if you want something, Kyle, let me know. I'd be happy to send you some to try.
Yeah.
We've got some things we've got an abundance of. I've got an abundance of spearmint because that stuff grew like crazy.
Yeah.
And sage, for whatever reason. We just did real good with sage.
That one plant, and it's one of those plants you just can't kill.
No, that's sucker. Yeah, we dug that thing up to use some of the dirt that was in the thing. We just dug it up and we just left the root ball laying there, and it's already starting to grow again. So it's not gonna die. Sage is a winner for us, right where we've got it. It's completely happy.
Super happy.
But most of the herbs that we kind of just left them over. We didn't do anything with it, didn't cover them, nothing. Most of them are coming back.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, all the chives are coming back. The lavender survived.
And it's looking good. The mints.
The mints are coming back.
Actually, the lemon balm and the oregano both look like they're coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
we pretty much destroyed the rosemary. That's done, but we'll start that again.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so.
Yes, I agree with you. Those meetups that's the way to go. Yeah, meeting up.
Yes, super fun.
Meeting those people in person, it's really great. Yeah, we love meeting Sarah and Kevin. We went out to their homestead actually because we bought our two bucks that we have here that have been our breeding bucks. We bought them from Living Traditions Homestead, and it was really neat to go and see the homestead in person that you're used to seeing on video. It's a little surreal, I think.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I mean, probably just like our homestead, when you after you've watched enough videos from it, you think you know what a homestead would look like or what theirs looks like. And it's nothing. I mean, it's similar to what you're used to seeing, but it's
different in person.
It's different in person. I mean, like just imagine, how close they are to the road versus, since you don't ever see that portion of it, it's just different. So.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see, Pam. Okay, will you have an abundance of eggs and yes, we'll have probably. We are having an abundance of eggs. We are giving those things away left and right because the chickens are producing. About 10-ish a day. Yeah. And we can't eat 10 a day. Yeah, in a month, Pam, probably so. They're going, this time of year, spring, when it's not too hot and not too cold, they produce
like fire,
a lot. Yeah. And of course, we've got a mama chicken laying on eggs right now, and those eggs should be hatching about this time next week.
Yeah, is it next weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. By next Friday.
So we'll have, if all 8 of those eggs are viable, which we'll find out this weekend. My sister's going to come over so we can candle those and see and make a video for her class. We've been videotaping this chicken with its eggs for her little pre-K kids that didn't get to hatch them in class this year because they've moved all of their classes onto online, of course. So we've been videotaping that. We're going to videotape candling them this weekend, I think, at some point. Yeah. And then we'll build her birthing box around her nesting box that she's in right now so that everyone will be safe when the babies start hatching. Yeah. So that's what we've done the last few times when we've had broody hens. It's worked really well.
Yeah.
So I think we'll do that again. That'll be good. Oh no, we have 7 birds, 5 to 6 a day. Yeah. You're smart to keep count overall. We didn't start in January keeping count.
But we have February.
But you did inspire us to start keeping count. So we kept count all of February and all of March, and now we're continuing to keep that because I thought that was a smart idea to kind of keep track of that egg production and see where, and also at the top of the calendar, how many laying hens do we have at that month? Because that's going to change, of course, when our new hens hatch, and then when they become old enough, probably not till the fall, to start actually laying eggs.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, we haven't totaled up the ones for March yet. We've been kind of slackers on that. But Brian, in reference to your comment here, you met a subscriber of mine. We lived about 1.5 hours away. So we didn't know this, but when we were talking with Jim over at that at the nursery, he had talked about another YouTuber, Bill, within our area, which lives in the town just kind of north of us, and they've actually created a gardening app that's pretty darn good. I actually looked at it. It's called Seed to Spoon. And it kind of, you can kind of pick like a plant, like carrots, and you can pick your area that you live in. So you put in your zip code, and it says our area, and it tells you when you should plant it, when you should harvest, and it even gives you like if you planted like a couple weeks earlier, it kind of gives you that out. If you plant a little bit later, it gives you that information out. Super cool. So I've reached out to those people to see if we can try to do some kind of collaboration, and once, I don't know if we can do it over the internet at this point or after all this is done, maybe do one, but. They seem really cool. I mean, they've kind of, like their whole story is kind of cool. He was kind of sick and not feeling well and decided he wanted to eat better and decided that organic food is very expensive, so he wanted to start growing it. And he turned his whole backyard into a garden. And now, they live in a suburban area and they just grow everything in their backyard. It's a pretty cool story, and the guy's pretty smart because he whipped out a fantastic mobile app.
Yeah. Let's see, So, speaking of chickens and egg counts, we've got one chicken that we noticed, that Peaches, one of his favorites really, one of my favorites too. She was duck walking. She looked like she was really, her back end was kind of low and she was waddling around, and so we reached out to one of our chicken mentors and worried that she might be egg bound, which she kind of confirmed she might be. So we got her in the house. And we started a process that she recommended, because if they are egg bound, also they can't eliminate waste. They can't poop.
Yep.
So we've confirmed that she can poop, because she poops several times in there, but she's still kind of waddling. So we're going to run the whole process again. But I'll tell you what, it's just never ending what we're learning. Just when we think, okay, we've done all the weird chicken things that can be done, we're like, oh, here's a new one.
Yeah, it's not fun what you have to do to check to see if a chicken's egg bound. It involves a rubber
it's what you think it might be.
Yeah.
But you gotta check to see if there's an egg, if you can feel an egg in there, and then you put her in a warm saltwater soak for 10 minutes.
Which they love.
She did okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to use a dropper, like a syringe dropper thing, and feed her. She suggested one Tums crushed up in warm water and kind of force feed it to her, and then kind of loop up her vent area and put her in a quiet, warm place. Do you squeeze a chicken? I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, actually, she said if the egg breaks, it could be deadly to the chicken.
If you can't get all the shell out.
Yeah, get all the shell out of it. So.
Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't happen. So anyways, tonight, before the night is over, we have to go in there and run that whole entire process again, because it doesn't appear that she's laid an egg, but she still looks like she's in that condition.
Yeah.
So, it's just never ending. Cook it, all this talk about eggs and herbs, do you have a cookbook? We don't. But it might be fun to do that at some point. All the things that you can bake, or that you can make using things that we make just using when we get to the point where we are more sustaining ourselves on what we make, it'd be a fun idea.
Yeah, at this point it would have to be vegetarian meals or chicken meals.
Sorry. That's all we've got. Well, I mean, venison and
venison, I guess.
Eggs.
Or I guess we can source from another place.
True.
Another farm.
Yeah.
But we don't have a cookbook yet. But But we have seen some comments on Facebook about getting a goat calendar,
Yeah.
a baby goat calendar made.
Which I think we could do that.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Yeah. That could be a lot of fun.
Because we have some really good cute baby pictures.
Once Carmel has her baby goats, we'll have enough goats overall on the homestead to have a goat a month.
Oh yeah.
If we include our big goats.
Yep.
So we might do that. So stay tuned for that.
So Amy, it's Peaches.
Oh yeah, Peaches, the original Turkin, the Turkin that has bred all the additional Turkins that we now have on the homestead thanks to this guy.
But I tell you, I would still, if I can only have one kind of chicken, I would stay with the Turkin. Because they are big, healthy, meaty birds, and if you had to use them for cross purposes, that would be the one to keep.
Good moms.
Great moms.
Good egg layers.
Good egg layers.
Rocking C sexy goat calendar.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious. We can dress them, get little bow ties on the boys, little like tutus on the girls.
There you go.
They probably love that.
Oh, they would love that.
They love that, little bows in their hair, in their head, their hair, behind their ears.
Yeah. They would hate that.
They hate that.
Hey,
Hey Pop.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on.
Hey Amy, is Leonard there right next to you? Huh? Is he? Because if he is, you tell him happy birthday early from us out here.
Yeah, buddy, happy birthday.
Bye Kyle. Thanks for
Hey,
popping
yeah.
in.
Thanks for coming by, Kyle.
Appreciate it, bud. The lost triplet is out of here. A bow tie and some tutus, yeah. I think
There
that'd be
you
cute.
go, yeah.
Those little ones, we might be able to get away with it.
Maybe.
The
I'll
big
see.
ones are onto us. They probably wouldn't last. I mean, they might, but it would be a fight to
No.
the finish. Don't think they'd like that at all. Yeah, probably not. Yes, hey Leonard, happy birthday. I know we're a day early, but happy birthday. Cause
Happy birthday, big fella.
with our social distancing, we won't be able to do anything or get together, so happy birthday. My brother-in-law's birthday is tomorrow. And then Papa,
He's like 85.
this guy's dad,
Yeah.
he's got a birthday coming up too.
Big Papa's coming up later
Coming up next week.
next week.
Yeah, so yeah, lots going. So much going. We're thinking about what we put on our list of things we might want to talk about today on the live stream. I'm like, oh, there's an endless stream of things to talk about right now. We're just everything's happening at once.
Yeah, it's just been crazy busy,
So busy, yeah.
and the weather's just not been playful.
So up and down.
Yeah, it's been so up and down, but after a stressful day yesterday trying to gather up materials.
We had a
Home
little
Depot.
trouble with our big box store.
Yeah. Oh no, Home Depot. We can just say who it is. So, we've been trying to stay away from people and trying to be conscientious about that, not only for us but for other people.
Yeah.
First off, we try to order the stuff we wanted online at Lowe's. For some reason, a couple things you can order online. It's there, you just can order it online. So you have to come to the store and buy it. So we switched over to Home Depot, ordered the material, and we were going to try to get it shipped so we didn't have to go at all. But they were going to be here like Monday or Tuesday of next week. So all right, we'll just go pick it up. So we ordered it, submitted it, got a notification that hey, it's done, it's ready for you guys to pick up. So we went over there, and when we get there, they can't find this order. It's nowhere in this facility.
Yet they charged us for us and texted us that it was ready.
That it's ready. And so,
So we're gonna, and their system is down, so they can't even, so we find the order in our email and they hand write it down on a piece of paper and we're like, we'll just go and pull it, it's fine. So we start wandering around exactly what we didn't want to do, exactly what we were trying to avoid. So he goes down the way to get the stain. And they're like, well, there are only 3 containers and we pulled them for an order. We're like, yeah, our order. So now we're like, okay, this is crazy. So we went up to the front, can we please talk to a manager? Manager comes out, he's the one who actually pulled the order, so he knows it's in the shop. Now we're an hour and a half in. We've already been there an hour and a half.
Yep.
Finally, they find it. Another half an hour for them to get it down because it's been stored up on a very tall shelf, apparently.
Yeah, because we had 12-foot long boards on it. So, and the thing is, they had it up on a top shelf, but they put the name, our name,
Where you can't see it.
on the other side where it got put.
Yeah.
So if they had been flipped around, we may have seen it.
Maybe. But it was up really, really high. And then, like I said, another half an hour for them just to get it down. Then they drop it out front. It's all bundled up.
And just leave it there.
And we're like, okay,
So
I guess we'll do this ourselves. So
yeah, I mean,
cut the straps because we can't put it on the way that it's bundled. And
yeah, and so we cut the straps, start loading it, then they come out. Oh, you already cut the straps? Well, yeah, you just dropped it here and left it. What did you think we were going to do? And at that point, we had zero patience with anything. Anything.
It had been over 2 hours.
Oh, so mad.
Yeah, both of us tried real hard. And for the first hour and a half, I feel like we tried to be as gracious and kind as we could be. And after that, it's like, we need a manager because we're just done. Well, hopefully Tractor Supply, I guess TSC, Tractor Supply,
Supply.
Hopefully they, we've never really had a problem with Home Depot before either, but we haven't really tried to do a pickup like this, so I don't know.
Now, I mean, like when I did the one with Lowe's last time, perfect.
Yeah,
Went in, we
did it at Ace Hardware because they had some of the specialty gardening stuff we needed. No problem, it was all there. They brought it out. This was all packaged up and ready to go. It's just that no one understood where to find things. It was frustrating. So we killed the whole day with that, and then we couldn't start our raised beds like we were planning. So couldn't do it today because the weather was bad and we were working. So it's tomorrow's project.
Yep, tomorrow and Sunday. Hopefully we'll get them all built, and then we will work on getting them stained, get them set up. We're gonna have to cut some of our old trees out that are kind of dead anyways to fill up the bottom.
Do a little hugelculture stuff.
Yeah, and of course we're gonna bring you guys along with all that and go from there. So was I channeling Mr. Lee Corey? Yeah, I think so. Maybe even worse. There was a time where I wanted to yell.
I held it back a little, and then I went off the TV.
Yeah, so I left her to go get to go see the order and get it moved and everything. She was left alone with the manager, and I guess she had said a few other things to the manager when I went there.
He pushed my last button, and I wasn't rude, and I didn't cuss and swear or anything like that because that's not what I do. But really, it was just to the point where I'm like, guys, this is ridiculous. It's just crazy. By the time we got home, we were just exhausted.
We were. It was just an exhausting
mentally and physically exhausted, and we're like, okay, we're done. We're not even starting these things tonight. So we left them on the trailer and wrapped them up real tight because it was going to rain, and we're like, that's Saturday's project. So
yeah, just wrapped up all the wood, all the stuff. So.
And that's the plan. We got a busy weekend. We got a busy week, and we're gonna try to get those raised beds done. We need to kind of figure out what we're gonna do in the goat area so that we're ready for Carmel's babies to come.
Yeah.
We gotta shuffle everybody around a little bit, I think, and we need to get that birthing box put up around the chicken. So we have a lot that needs to be accomplished this weekend. We'll see what we get done.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. We'll see. But it keeps us out of trouble, right?
It does.
Keeps us busy.
Keeps us busy and keeps us at home.
Yeah, keeps us at home. Yep.
I mean, Marcy has to go up to the church. They do like an online thing. There's like 6 people there, and they do like a little service.
There's 6 of us, and we stand 6 feet apart from each other. It's the musicians basically all have to. The musicians come up and lead the worship service at streaming, but like I said, there's like 6 of us in the building, so it's not a problem. But yeah, other than that, yeah, working from home. He's working from home. Megan's here at home doing the online school thing, and we're all just trying to stay out of each other's way.
Yeah, so the internet's been stressed. However,
good news.
Really good news. So for those that are out there, our local electric company also has like fiber TV, fiber internet, fiber phone, and they just announced for our area that we're able to get any of those services. So we signed up for the internet that same day, and now there's probably about a 2-week process of them running lines, burying the lines, testing the lines, and then someone coming out and actually installing it and making sure it works. So they've done one part. They've already ran it from the street down to the house. Now they have to bury it from the pole to the house, put a box up, and then
keeping our fingers crossed. Tonight or next week should be pretty nice. So hopefully it'll work out.
Oh yeah, it is, and it's gig service. So for those geeks out there who, if you know what that means, it's 1,000 megabits upstream and downstream.
Which will be
and
fantastic.
It's cheaper than what we're paying for now for satellite.
Which will be very, very
for
great
like just a minuscule amount of
uploading our videos and and working and going to school and all those other kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, like the video last night probably took a couple hours, 3 hours, probably.
To upload, yeah, it took a
something
long
like
time.
that. And this will probably take 5 minutes. And that was a long video for us, 22 minutes. So.
Yeah. But Bill knew a lot of stuff. We didn't want to cut him off. I didn't want to cut anything because everything was good stuff. you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just went on, and you like just
And
let
he's
just
very
let him go.
natural, you know.
Oh yeah.
He didn't trip over his words. He just it was very smooth. But I don't think he's ever done anything like that before. But you couldn't tell. He was really good.
Yeah. Super good.
I was impressed, and a very nice guy too. On top of everything else, doing good stuff.
So what are you guys up to this weekend?
Anybody else got big projects on tap for the weekend? I know we're not the only ones. Who've got a lot to do.
No, I know the guys at Home Depot said they have been busier in the last 3 weeks than they have been almost for the entire year. They've had more sales.
It's really remarkable. There are some businesses that are absolutely going to thrive during this, and there are some who may not make it.
Yeah, like you know, one of the business lines from where I work is just exploding right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely exploding. So.
Yeah. I work for a nonprofit for Girl Scouts, so I'd say we're a little touch and go. But we've got good leadership and we've got good business practices, so hopefully.
But don't fear for those people that still want cookies. You can get them online, and they'll be shipped out to you, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
There you go.
Well, a lot of councils are still doing the cookie sale. Ours cookie sale will probably go on through the summer too, on some way. Yeah, Pam, I saw that your little one is all over the place now. Yeah, I bet you are now that he's semi-mobile, right?
Oh yeah, little baby's running around. That's good for you. Keeps you up and going, right?
Yeah, keeps you busy.
Yeah, good exercise.
So Locke's Plumbing's been super busy, huh? The plumbing business is why? Is it people trying to do home improvement projects?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Something like that. I'm guessing that's why Home Depot's that way.
Yep.
People are home and have time. It's unfortunate that
People are saying, I do need to get my to-do list done.
I know, but it's unfortunate that means that they have to go out and be amongst people. That's unfortunate.
There you go, P. Wells, a PJ day.
Yes,
Well, some people have had more than one PJ day this week. Not naming names.
I mean, you've got no room to talk. Sometimes you have PJ days.
No.
Lounge pants days.
Maybe lounge pants.
I had a few reasons I had to get fixed up today, though, so I was like, ugh.
Yeah, Marcy was putting on makeup. I'm like,
What's happening?
when's the last time you put on makeup? She goes, I put it on last Sunday.
I put it on Sunday to go to church and do a live stream. Otherwise, I really don't care what people at my work on Zoom meetings care. I don't care what they think about how I look. I've got the ponytail and the no makeup. I'm fine with it.
And for us, I mean, like for my business, we do conference calls. I mean, I did 3 or 4 of them today, but none of them are like video conferencing.
See, and they've never had the face-to-face. Those of us who worked in a business where we have had face-to-face, especially a business like mine where it's all women, we tend to want and need to see each other a little bit more.
See, I think we'd rather not.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, so lots to do this weekend, and going forward, I don't see an end to it, really.
No, because we'll, probably...
The gardening is going to really start to take off. Really start to take off by the middle of this month.
Yeah, because once we get all the gardens put together, we have like the 8 beds to make, and then once we get all that, then we have to get all the soil done, which we got most of all the parts for the soil. We got to get through 3 or 4 different other parts. Once that's all done, then we got to make sure we fill the beds up, and then once we get everything planted, then once we kind of see how far that takes us, then we're going to get and start a drip irrigation system. So I talked to our buddies over at Canadian Valley, kind of how they do their drip system and all their. They have they have like 7 high tunnels, 6 high.
Something like that.
Yeah, 6 or 7 high tunnels, like huge long ones, and then they have probably 3 or 4 huge areas in their land that are just.
It's their business.
Yeah, garden strips.
They sell that. That's how they make their money. So yeah, they have a good system, and Lance was able to go visit with Farmer Andy.
Yeah, and kind of see
how exactly it works.
See the equipment, how he does it, and runs it.
His is on the ground, and ours will be on our raised beds, but I think that it should work just fine.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to probably have more connections in ours because we're going to run it, then we're going to have to tee it off, and tee it off again. But I think it's going to work.
Yeah. Keep your fingers crossed, because I don't want to be out there hand watering twice as many garden beds that we're going to have this year. So
yeah, for sure. So liver and onions, gravy with mashed potatoes and peas. Yum yum. Wow, P. Wells.
Boy, you guys are going
The
after
onions
it.
and gravy with mashed potatoes and peas sound really great. Not so sure about the liver.
He likes them if they're fried.
Yeah,
Your mom likes the
Oh, my
liver.
mom
Yeah,
loves
his mom
liver.
loves the liver.
Now I can kind of handle like chicken liver, but I much prefer chicken gizzards.
Oh yeah, and your mom likes the beef liver.
Yeah.
I think I've seen her. Yeah, drip type. That's definitely what we're hoping to do. Drip type irrigation for the raised beds.
Yeah,
That's the
and,
plan.
and hopefully we can get one of those little timers, just whatever stored, and so we can set it at a time. It's going to run for, like Farmer Andy was saying, they run theirs for about 30 minutes, and within 30 minutes, where there's a drip point, wherever that water soak area is, it touches the
Pulls
other,
out and touches the next.
touches the next, so he feels like they get a
We're
good
getting
soaking for
coverage.
that. So we'll have to see how that works for us and our beds, because they're going to
That's
drink
different.
differently than the
Yeah,
ground
that's
does. So we'll just have to kind of see and kind of.
Yeah, we'll go from there and see what we think. But I'm eager to have a drip system.
Oh yeah, totally.
I want to hand water all year this year. I want to do it.
Yeah, we still have to get the metal bins. We're gonna do some self-watering setups. We're gonna have 5 of them all together.
Well,
So
5 of them. That's how we're gonna grow our peppers
Yep.
this year. Is in the self-watering beds.
that may sound pretty good.
Oh,
Is
that
it?
sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Fries the liver, puts in the gravy a little bit before serving. Okay, I mean that might be good.
Okay, that makes me hungry even though we were just ate.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, really, can anything be bad if you fry it?
Maybe not.
Bread and fried, and it's delicious.
I agree with that. Well, it's starting to see the sun going down out there, Lance. We
Yeah.
probably need to wrap up our live stream and go square away our animals.
Probably so.
Yep, probably need to go take care of that. We got to go batten down the hatches because it's going to be cold again tonight. So we want to make sure our little babies are tucked up and safe and warm. So, will you make me a self-watering bed? It's pretty easy, Aim. I think we can probably manage that. We've
Yep.
got probably enough seedlings here. We'll have way more than we need, so we should be able to split up some of our seedlings between you and Sarah. I think she wants some of them too. I will help, honey.
Yep.
We can help you out. I mean, you
just
still
tell
have to
them
go
to
out
go.
there and put the water in there
Yeah.
periodically. I mean, it still requires that, but you could bread my shoe and fry it, and I would probably eat it.
See, that's what I'm saying. Especially if you pour gravy over it.
Yeah, so you bread fry it and you add gravy.
Oh yes.
Or for me, ranch dressing.
Yeah, or some.
Proper ranch dressing. But I might be down with that.
How about some like Homer sauce?
Yeah, that stuff is good.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a good evening and stay safe.
Yeah.
We're thinking of y'all, and we're really grateful that you came by to see us, and hope you'll keep watching the videos and share them out with your friends, and
Yeah, share them.
take care and let us know how you're doing.
Yep, stay safe, guys.
Yep, stay safe. Have a good evening. And thanks again, Okinawa, for those yummy, yummy treats. We really appreciate that.